I'm going to take this video and turn it into a perfect loop. I'm going to take you along and just we'll see how it turns out. I can show you right now what the end product is going to look like, but yeah, I'm just going to go about this and see what I can do, because this is a pretty stable shot and it's gonna there's not a lot happening, and it's like 30 seconds, so it's not that long. We want to create a like 1 hour clip of this, so that's going to be a challenge, especially with me moving here, and as soon as there's a break like here, that's where I gotta stop. And there's going to be a lot of trial and error, just seeing what works best, what doesn't. And also, it doesn't have to be super perfect, but it should be pretty good. And as you can see, this part is shorter, so we're going to clear this out too. Now we got a clip that's 25 seconds long. Let's now just, or actually there's this feature in Final Cut Pro now that it auto loops, so we're just going to play it back. And it's going to jump to the beginning, but we're going to copy this here and see what it looks like. Okay, so that obviously doesn't work because we are just starting here. Let's take this away. Okay, did you see that? Okay, so there's a stutter, which is to be expected. Let's zoom in here, take a look, and examine these two frames. So there's obviously different, the rope is at different positions. I'm at a different position here, but let's now take a closer look at the surroundings, which are also going to change here, obviously. So maybe we should loop it and keep it shorter, keep a shorter loop, because that's going to ensure this, but the loop then has to be seamless. So I just got to keep those two factors in mind. But this change right here doesn't look too bad because you have all this area that doesn't change, this doesn't change, this doesn't change. So that's at least like somewhat beneficial. So we're gonna take a look at the rope, the way it swings. It swings down under and goes up again here. So it's basically, at this point, it's underneath me and it's coming, is it? Yeah, right? No, it's in front, under, and coming back. Okay, so that's pretty close as to what we need, but I'm jumping way higher here in the beginning, so we're gonna maybe take like this clip, try this. Yep, but that also doesn't look as good. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna go through here. I'm gonna slide over, and I'm just gonna try different steps, always at the same frame, which will be here where the rope goes up again. And let me just go ahead and check this out here, because this is where the water is very similar. Kind of moving around left to right, but I believe, okay, now here that will be way too far to the right, but we're coming back here. This could be good right here. Let's see what it looks like. And in general, it's like not bad that it's we're kind of like moving. That's the issue. I mean, you have a lot that's staying the same, which makes it like, but you can tell the difference. So let's now try a different ending, maybe, because we're like a bit further in front. So maybe like, yep. And then we're kind of moving back as it goes on, right? So let's kind of check out where let's check out where we are. Let's try this. Okay, we were, but maybe like so. That's still jumping forward. I don't know at what point exactly I'm jumping forward. This makes the jump way bigger because we're also moving to the right. So, oh, to the left. So we're left here. Here we're moving to the right. So maybe before we do that, and maybe what we have to do is just make it a super short clip. But then, oh, it might just be too obvious. Okay. Let's try and do this. And then obviously also have this. It does match pretty well, but we're gonna add a few more frames here. Okay. Something is wrong here. Because we move, it's just not stable enough. So the hard part about this is just finding a spot where you move little. And I think this part right here might be good. Because this, you see, we start dancing, kind of. That's what we don't want. But I believe this part could be pretty good. And then again, sync up the ropes. So we're going around the front, coming back. Oh, front. Maybe like right here. Let's like add. Let's try and make this. You can see it kind of like glitch. And the problem is, it's like, it's alright. You can't really tell from this clip. But if you were to duplicate this a bunch of times, you could tell. Especially here without the transition in place. Let's play this back. Yep. Because it's like happening a lot of times. So there's really not that much to this. It's just finding the perfect spot where in and out frame kind of match. This is what we got. This is what we're gonna work with. So we're gonna go here. This is like this pretty much gives us the most to work with from here on to like basically like here maybe. And then we're just gonna go ahead and set this to hold. And it's like, it's still different frames, so we gotta eliminate those. But what I'm trying to show is that we can just take this part of this and then kind of overlay it because the shadow is here. So we're kind of stitching together this perfect scene, the background without anything going on. Okay, so there's some shit going on because of the shadow, I believe. So it doesn't look perfect. That is, oh, man. Does it have to be that way? I don't know. I just want to remove this. Maybe I can use some AI to... Let me actually try that. So, I'm just gonna export this frame. I don't want a .tiff. JPEG. I don't know that it can do this because it's too much. It's too close to the camera. It doesn't know what's going on in the back. Well, it never really does, but it's hard to guess from here. But also, we just need a nice background that kind of looks like the... But I don't think this is gonna work, but we'll try it anyways. Maybe we should try it with this other picture, you know? We'll try this, and it's probably gonna look like shit. So, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and take this. See it right here. And we're gonna take this, and then we can decide: do we want to remove this giant red thing or just the shoe? Okay. So I think I'm gonna leave it like this. That looks good. Now I'm gonna go to save this picture. Let's try it on this. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. And now on this. Exactly what we want. Okay, so with a little bit of AI, we got it to work. We're going to take this straight back to Final Cut Pro, and we're going to add this as a background now. Now, because that way we now finally, I know if we could have skipped this step if we had just, oh no, the background is not moving, but I think what we're going to be doing is a little more complicated, so it's going to be fine. In that it isn't moving in that scene exactly. But yeah, it's a still image now and the water isn't moving. That's a problem. But what I want to do is I want to just cut up these 2 frames right here. And in these 2 frames, I want to have this background only here. So that way, well, let me just show you. I'm gonna go here, add a magnetic mask on this subject. It might even key out the jumping rope. That is kind of annoying, but yeah, we gotta go on here and click this. It should select it perfectly. I'm gonna hit analyze. Shouldn't take that long because it's a very short clip. We should see we can inverse this mask to be this, I believe. Yep. But that could look trash, honestly. Magnetic mask. I don't think it's gonna key out the... Yeah, they just disappear. But what we can do now is we can actually... We can like transform this have it like move to that position more smoothly. That is what the idea was behind this. So we're gonna go here to transform. We're gonna add a keyframe, and from this point on to this point right here, he needs to get basically get pushed into that position. So oh, I see a different problem. It's in the jump. It's in the jump, so you're kind of like doing a bunny hop. That's what the issue is. That's probably the more that something that you see better. Okay. Let's just play this back. It's gonna look shit. Yep. Because of the double jump. Now let's copy this and basically continue here because I want to keep playing around with that, but first we need to make sure that this is actually timed well, because we're jumping up, 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 down. So we could just delete this clip. Oh, now it's like, yeah, the background kind of sucks actually, because it's from a completely different timestamp where the ocean changed. And so I believe that if you turn off this mask, it would actually, but then we're transforming this whole image, which, okay, so now we have the issue of the jump. The jump is aligned, but the rope is not. The rope is teleporting from here, from like skipping the whole back part. So maybe this position just works better. In the end, I believe it's truly just, did we just do it? Oh my god, I think we did it. And that is not a necessary cut here. So we're gonna remove that. Whoa, I believe we did it. Now, let's create a compound clip to see if that actually works. Nope. So there's something missing here. Actually, let me just create a new. Sometimes you do not have to overcomplicate things. I don't know why it created that. Sorry. Hello. Won't let me zoom in using Command plus. Okay. Still, there's still something off, and if you look really closely, you'll see it. And basically what we now have to do is this clip right here needs to be the same length, right? This is 2.202, so we gotta make this 202. Right? Let's see. Oh, no. Something was wrong. How do I continue from this now? Because this is perfect. Now I need this ending and this beginning here. Can I see like the audio thing. It's like this looks kind of similar, but not the same. Oh man, this is so annoying. Is this the actual part highlighted? Okay. So it goes from this to this. That's the transition. Oh, but that's... Hold up. Is that... Do we have to make 2 transitions? I thought we only needed 1. Oh, fuck. I think we gotta make 2. Hello. Just gonna hit analyze and then I'll make it better as we go on. But this is gonna take a while because this is quite the long clip. And this specific area right here is gonna be constant. Like there's not gonna be movement here. But that doesn't matter because A, the jumping person is right in front of that, and B, we can't see the water moving in that space anyways, so that's kind of like, it doesn't matter. The only issue that could arise is the jumping rope. That's if it's not keyed out correctly. It's gonna be in the area where it is visible. But we could also just mask out this triangle, honestly. We don't... Oh my god, we don't need this. Oh. I'm gonna let it run, and then I'll show you the different method too. Because there are 2 ways of doing this. There is... One, we can go ahead and do it with this magnetic mask, which is pretty cool, but we can also just use a draw mask. And that's probably what we'll end up using because it's gonna give us more area, and we're just gonna cut out this part, replace this part with the still image because this is not gonna change anyways. And then we're gonna add a whole different thing. Okay.
Mi dispiace, ma grazie comunque.
Grazie comunque.
Comunque. Yeah, I'm just doing some Italian Duolingo because this is taking forever. Shouldn't have done that. Oof. Now we're gonna go ahead and invert mask, or not invert mask, and then kind of click this. There's the Shadow Man jumping rope, which in itself looks pretty cool too. You can make a video, like a style of video out of this. You could have him in different colors too. That's something I might consider doing because that's pretty cool. But what we want to do now is fill in the blanks and stay with me. It's gonna look trash at first because, well, yeah, you can see the the ghost jumping rope here. What we can do is we can feather a lot, and that way, as I told you, it looks pretty good. It's just the rope that we're gonna see. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do a mask, and as I said before, a draw mask. or shape mask. We can use, let's just use a corner mask. That's gonna fit the best. And we're gonna turn off the magnetic mask for now. As I said before, you don't even need the magnetic mask for this. I'm gonna go ahead and say, wait, how do I actually, oh yeah, here you go. Whoop, swoop-de-whoop. But we want to, wait, what do we actually, yeah, yes. We want to make it like, let me just bring in these points and then think about what we're going to be doing. We basically want to get rid of this. Okay, but all of this we want to keep. Right. We could also keep the sky here, but that doesn't really matter. So I need to add a point here, so maybe a corner mask is not the right one. Let's use a draw mask. I'm gonna click here. It's gonna be a rough mask. We're gonna make it better in just a second. Right here. Because these are the points where you'll see the water moving. These are the ones we'll keep in the video. I don't know why this is moving here. What is going on? What are control points? Oh, apparently they are the thing we're using here. Okay. And as you can see, it's not perfect. This part now is not moving. It's basically filled with a solid color, one that at some point will fit exactly, but most of the time it won't. So, oh, how long is this clip anyways? Is it even impressively long? Okay, 12 minutes. That's good. Okay, well, I can't be using this because I'm doing this other exercise here. Maybe cut that out and use this. And the sky also isn't like perfect here. So I'm gonna go in here and actually go in to these draw points. Actually take this away, make this the transition point here, add a different point here, and just take away as little as possible. Now let's see. I don't know why they're transforming. I don't want this to transform at all. Just, I'm gonna push these there. Nope, that's something else. But this, all the draw mask things should be here from the beginning. Okay, for whatever reason it's animating this, which I don't want. I want it to start from the beginning. Why can I not? Can I? Is it? Oh, but then it's gonna. Okay. What if I delete this keyframe? Okay, yep. That's how we do it. Perfect. Ran into some issues, but fixed them along the way. That's how we do. Well, okay, we gotta start this video clip from here anyways, so get into position. On the other hand, we could also just make this a bit bigger because it doesn't matter that much anyways. But we're gonna say cut it from here. Here you go. Now what we have is a video of, I don't know why that doesn't align perfectly. I'm gonna go here and say Magnetic mask. Where are you? Yeah, you can feather. Oh. That looks pretty cool. Oh, yeah. That looks amazing. Now we've basically created a perfect background that is flowing and is a lot of minutes long. And if we had more video material, and we can also use this video material, but I think, yeah, no, the camera was moved, so that's not possible to use that. And this is messed up for another reason, but that kind of sucks. But maybe we can fix that with adjusting the mask. Like right there, that artifact doesn't matter, because you always got to keep in mind that you don't want to make this perfect. Oops. Because perfect is gonna just cost way too much without getting any additional benefits. Why can I not? Okay, so now let's zoom in here, and actually, where do we see some legs? Right here. So we can just move this here, and with the feathering, it's so good. And there's something going on right there, but it's like it doesn't matter to us. Also, we don't have to cut this, but I am doing so just because it works better that way. And now we're taking that from the original video, but we can't take that anymore. So at this point, we're gonna have to take this away. But be careful. We're gonna, in just a second, we're gonna have to take away so much that this is gonna look unrealistic again, because it's not moving anymore. But on this side, it still is moving. So I don't know what to say. Oh no, it's not moving on this side either, because we completely took it out. I think this part we might have to kill because, well, it's just... But maybe we can add the ocean back? Yes. Like, it's just like so. And that way it's moving, but it's not moving everywhere. That looks weird, but on the other hand, who's gonna look so closely? And we can also kind of make it so, have that moving. It is, yeah, that looks weird, but it could just be lighting or whatever. Should get rid of this too, though. Perfect. Now look at that. We can make a compound clip, and boom. Okay. And just like that, with quite the work, we got ourselves pretty cool clip of just the background. Oh, okay, the bird is kind of disappearing into nothing, so we're gonna kind of like that bird, but maybe I'm gonna keep that as a artifact, but I don't know. Maybe I'll add it manually later. Okay, so background. Now we have a video background. We can add this down here. Because now that way the thing here actually does match up. And now we can just get the magnetic mask. It is a process. I never said it was going to be fast. Even with something so seemingly easy and simple, it's taking quite some time. And this clip in the beginning is going to be just running normally for a long time, and then it's going to switch over to this. So the beginning in itself is going to be edited, and then at some point it's going to get edited because we can't jump rope for an hour. But that's not the point of this video. It's not like to be in a competition or anything. It's just a nice video that you can play in the background and like have 1 hour of jumping rope. Man, this shit. The problem now is that you can't see the rope because the rope gets keyed out, but everything else we could even make ourselves smaller, bigger, whatever we want. That's pretty cool. See, we could jump rope on Mars. Why didn't it take the? Why did it? I don't know. See, we can make ourselves smaller, bigger, whatever. It's just, that's pretty cool. But okay, so you see there's an artifact here, and that's probably in our compound clip right here. So we're gonna have to click this, and then kind of like add a bit of mask right there. Now that should be gone. That is so cool. We can change colors, we can do whatever we want. We can make this a black mask. We can just have a black person, like a black, not a black person, but a black, just a shadow jumping rope. But what's most annoying to me right now is still this. I want these to be at 0, 0, and this at 100. Okay. Hope this, okay, did it to both. Now I want to go in here and look at the mask. Click transform to go into the other tools. And then, oh, no. I want to go into 75 zoom. And I want to select the rope right here. It's not selecting the right thing. I don't think it can see the rope. It doesn't recognize it as an entity. Well, that sucks, obviously, but we can make it smaller. Just manually draw this. Maybe it'll recognize it that way. Maybe also this part here. Let's click analyze now. Okay, yes, Sirske. That looks way better already. Might have to go in and actually do some parts manually. But it's not like we... Oops. It's not like... Oh my god. It's not like we have a lot... Oh, okay. It's not like we have a lot to do here. Because these are just super short clips. Let me look at this without the red background. It's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. But as I said before, this is just like so little frames. And actually, why are we doing it this way. Do we have to do it this way? No. We could also just add a draw mask, right? Or am I stupid right now? Oh my god. Oh my god. This, if I were to make a tutorial, and I might do a tutorial, this is just the whole process of it. So yeah, you're kind of watching a live stream. The unedited version, or just slightly edited version of my process here. But we could just add a mask, I think, like the opposite mask of that, because in the end, let's remove this. Let's remove this. Let's delete these. In the end, it just needs to be an inverted mask of the one we used below. Oh my god, we're adding so many masks. Okay. Okay, we might have an issue with the... Yeah, that was... but there's my favorite tool ever now. Feather. What? This feather thing. Oh my god, we could have saved so much time by just doing feathering everything. What? Give me a point. Yes. Why is it making... I mean, I don't care about that. I just wouldn't add it if I didn't need it. Okay, so copy this, apply it here. I don't know if I... Did I? Okay. Nope. The draw mask is what I want to add here. Oh man. Oh my god. It is so good. We could have saved so much time. What? It's like 5 seconds of work. That's insane, dude. And if this fucking mask would not move, then we would... Oh my god, we're done. We are literally done. And I can now loop everything forever, however long I want it to. And I don't even need a magnetic mask. That's insane. For some reason, again... no, that's not what I want. Expand video animation. For some reason, it adds shit keyframes here. I just want this. This is the one I'm editing right now. This to be the final one, and maybe at some point in the future I might want to add that. But you can see this red thing here. Okay, no, it stays there. Okay, that's fine then. Then again, delete this keyframe, pull this to the front, delete the other keyframe. So this is the only keyframe you have. And now we wanna, can I copy this? Yep. And then I'm gonna go ahead and show video animations for this too. And I'm just gonna delete all keyframes here. I don't think this is the most efficient way of going about this, but delete. Hello. I clicked the wrong thing. Right click the whole thing. Hello. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I don't want the transformation. I want just that. And if it starts out like that, why is it okay? Oh, these are still animated. That's fine. Let's see, for example. It is still animated. What the Why? What is this transformation? What is this straw mask doing? I don't even understand how this straw mask can be animated at all. Because there are... Can I just not see them? It is like literally all the way here now. And this is not animated. What? What is it not the mask that is doing that, but just something else? Oh, I'm using 100% feather too. Also, quick bonus editing we can do is we can just make this mask go all the way up, because we do not need to mask out the sky. So that way we have feathering at different... What is going on? What? Why are there... What? I don't understand these keyframes at all. And this is driving me crazy. Delete this keyframe. Okay. So then draw mask all. There's a keyframe here. So maybe this keyframe is the source of all evil. No. Control points. Okay, here we go. Reset parameter. That doesn't make any sense. I'm just gonna go to the start of the clip. Just gonna do it this way then. I don't know. And it doesn't really matter what we do here because, as I said before, this is not a matter of detailed work. Just make sure that the jumping rope is inside for the whole time. And then we're gonna go to the beginning of this clip, and I'm just gonna go ahead and reset this parameter as well. Now I'm gonna click on the draw mask, take this outside, just gonna add a bit more here, a bit more space, because it doesn't matter. The only thing that actually matters is the water that is moving here. And okay, the sky has kind of has this line here now. So what I'm gonna do is gonna drag the it's not what I wanted to do. So what I'm gonna, well, it is something you can do. It doesn't matter, but when it comes to that, let's say I'm a bit of a why is it not just giving me a regular point? Yeah. But this removes the line, but it is moving. Why is it transforming, man? But this is the right point. This is the point where we want to be at. So we're going to delete all these keyframes, and that way, if it just has one keyframe, I don't know how this works exactly. It doesn't make any sense. So please show me the video. But this is like not, oh, maybe some like, this is not, there's something happening here, but it's, do we have, oh, okay. This explains a lot because I copied it. I've actually had two masks this whole time, and this one works pretty well. Now, I'm gonna add another point here, and it, as I said before, it doesn't matter. But you should have these, like these should match as like, as in the point where, so it would actually be cool if this draw mask right here is like the exact same that is here. So can I just, no, I just want to collapse this. Oh shit. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and select, well, I don't want to reset it. I just want to I want to delete this part right here. Okay, now I want to kind of like add this draw mask that I copied from the previous one. So the if there's a line, it's at the same point. Like, okay, this took way too long, but I'm gonna go ahead and delete this now. I'm gonna go ahead and duple these, and here we go. Can now watch in 4K. It's not 4K. It's not even good quality. Oh my, no. No, what the fuck is going on? What the oh my god, no. Something is tremendously wrong. Why is this mask right here still a thing? That is what's making it look like shit. What? Oh, I think I know why. And that is, I'm just gonna, this is not a smooth transition, right? Maybe it's not that bad, but what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna go to this point, Command A, Q, and it's gone. Ah, for some reason, this program today does not like me. I'm gonna delete this. On this screen, I don't even see it. Oh, because we don't have a mask at all. Okay. I'm gonna copy this. Gonna apply only the mask, and now we should be good to go. Let's watch from the beginning. No, what is... there's still something weird now. I think because I cut the beginning. I cut the beginning and I messed it up. Because this transition is fine. No, hold up. I can't cut away the other part, right? Because that was like the first transition and this is like the second. So, but no, that doesn't make any sense. There's too much going on. I need to take a break and come back, and then we'll figure out how this works. No, okay. Definitely fucked something up here. No, I don't know what I am doing wrong. I believe I just have to sync these. Okay, so this clip needs me to be maybe longer. Okay, no, I'm jumping, landing, jumping, but I'm already in the air here, so either a lot more here. Okay, either this point right here, where my legs are kind of off to the side, or like this part right here. Wait, am I landing? Right, yeah, okay, I'm landing here. This, I believe, is the perfect spot. Yep. Okay, so now a trick is to take this clip, take it back here, and align it perfectly. Zoom in till you can see each frame. Then align it perfectly. It is aligned perfectly. And now you could actually just go ahead and use this clip instead of the old one and replace it, but I don't know. I'm gonna, oh my god, take the old clip, and I'm gonna hit Q. Now, if we delete this clip, now we have perfectly loopable clips. And now, finally, after an hour or so, I don't know, something fucking wrong. There's no mask, right? There's no fucking, okay. No, easy fix, okay. Nothing to worry about. We're gonna go in here. And I'm kind of glad that that happened because, well, actually I'm just glad that it was that and not a bigger mistake or whatever. If this sucks now, I'm gonna upload it anyways, and I don't give a fuck because it's so annoying. It took way too long. Okay, now let's look at this. You can tell there's some weird shit going on with the legs anatomically. It doesn't look normal to be jumping ropes like that. But apart from that, if you just look at the whole body, it is perfect. The background is perfectly looping. So there's a lot of things we went over in this video. So I think it still was helpful. And just creatively, this is pretty cool. But professionally, I don't know that it would hold up to the standards. Because we've spent so much time reconstructing the background. We did it in 2 steps. We had to create an image first, and then we had to create masks and with video parts, and like create this part in front without the jumping ropes. blocking the view, and then we had to do this and that and this and that. I can show you a compound clip again to create this image first right here without anything, still not moving, and then we had to mask out this video because we need the ocean, and then we had to blend it together, and then we had to cut out this, but we could just make a mask because the background is pretty much stable. And then it's just the main part that we wanted to edit, the jumping part, is not smooth. Now before this video ends, I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna try this. And I truly believe that there's like, gotta take the P tool right here. I truly believe that there is, I'm just gonna reverse it and see how that looks, but that doesn't make any sense. Why would the water suddenly start reversing? But yeah. Maybe I'll polish it and I'll update the jumping thingy, rope jumping thing. Okay. No, actually. Okay. Maybe we gotta like. Okay. But what we can do here is we can just go ahead and at this point here. Oh, you can see the mask is not working properly because of the feathering. We can fix that in a second. But for now, let's look at this. That looks insanely good, right? Actually, we're gonna cut from this part because this is where it looks like the mask is actually working properly. Okay. Well, to be fair, we have to take this clip then and reverse it because the end is supposed to match exactly, but just be reversed. So that's kind of like the point of this trick right here. Okay. If you're not focused exactly on this could pass 100%. And with that, I would say we're done. We are done. We've completed this. I'll show you a clip of like the full. I showed you in the beginning, but I'll show you at the end too. This is amazing. This has worked pretty good. There's a lot of different variations I want to try out now. I still want to do the masked version because these masks just look so cool, but the rope is gone then, but it might still look cool with the black background. We can put this on different backgrounds with different, even more scenic views. Let me just try one thing real quick, but you can see what I'm talking about. You can just put yourself anywhere. You can cut yourself out. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna create compound clips and duplicate them and make this 1 hour long. Jumping rope, 1 hour, music, chill, workout. What I don't know what I'm gonna add. There's so much potential now that I've fixed this clip, because I didn't get this long of a clip, and it's also cooler that it's like a clip that's ongoing and not just a clip that's like ending in, I don't know, like 3 minutes or so, or where I'm always stopping and starting again, which is kind of realistic and also cool in itself. But this just has something peaceful to it. Could also mirror this to get rid of this, or have it on the other side too. But that is too much for this video. I'm gonna end it here. You can see the clips rolling now, and yeah, leave a like on this video if it was in any way helpful to you.